is that it asks us to use our imaginations, and we engage, we play an active role in our world because of it, and also do so much better in school as our children are growing up. If they've been read to, they automatically leap ahead, I think. I would like to thank the Target people. Thank you. I would like to thank the Target people for their ongoing commitment to literacy and to the growth and enrichment of children everywhere. I'm not going to go on, but I'd love to take some questions and answers from the crowd if they'd be interested. So I believe we've got some that I'm going to read, and maybe if you'd like to ask one, what's your question? She's saying, what is the difference between acting in an animated movie like Shrek, which is just coming out this year in May, Shrek 3, by the way, and acting in a regular movie. The difference is that in a regular movie, I work with other people and I talk with other people. In an animated film, you are completely on your own. You go into a small recording booth and you read your lines, and you read them any number of ways so that the director has what he wants, and then you go home. So it means no makeup, no hair, which is wonderful. And that's the difference with real acting. Films, theater, you work with other people. In animation, you mostly work on your own.
Well, we have some questions already from the audience that we've gotten. We have some up here.
Tell us.
So I have a question from Natalie, who's 6 1/2. She says, I love Little Bo. Do you have a cat like Little Bo that inspires your stories? And Lori has a second. And are there going to be any more Little Bo stories coming up?
Okay. Yes, I do. I have 2 cats. They're not exactly like Little Bo, but I did see a cat like Little Bo. I was on a boat one day, and the mascot of the boat was a tiny, tiny little kitten that had been found abandoned on the water's edge. And the people on the boat adopted this little cat, and I got the idea for my story. I thought, what a wonderful idea to write about a ship's cat that travels all over the world and has many adventures. So I've written 2 of those books, and there's 2 more to come, I promise.
Very exciting. Okay, our next question comes from Megan. And she wants to know, what was the first movie you were ever in?
Okay, that was Mary Poppins. I guess some of you saw it.
Yeah. And out of all of your movies, which was the favorite one that you were in?
That's hard. I have so many favorites because each one is different. You like them for different reasons. If you had 10 puppies in a basket, it would be hard to say which one you really like the best, because they're all so different and so cute and so sweet. And with movies, it's the same in a crazy way. I either like where I'm working, or with whom I'm working, or the script that I'm working on, or the role that I'm playing. So I have quite a lot of favorites. That's hard to answer.
Yeah, almost like when the kids say, Mommy, who do you like better, me or my brother, right?
Exactly right.
Exactly. I think it's a good answer. Okay, this is a great question. What was the one thing you wanted your own children to learn in life?
One thing I wanted my own children to learn in life, oh my gosh, so many lessons, so many years. I guess probably an unusual, it's not that unusual, but really tolerance, I think. Tolerance and compassion and understanding. And a love of peace and gentleness, all the things that most moms really love to instill in their kids.
All right, our next question comes from Mrs. Riggs, 6th grade.
Where are they?
There's Mrs. Riggs, 6th grade over there.
Hey.
As a writer, what inspires you?
Mostly in my book collection, I dwell on things that, as I just said, that nurture the imagination, that speak to the wonders around us. Things like nature, things like a tree right there is an absolute miracle. If you knew how it fed, how it shelters us, what it does for us in the world, how we really wouldn't survive if it weren't for a tree. And there's one every 20 yards or so. Those are the kind of things that I try to write about. Things that are under your noses every day, that sometimes we forget to look at or don't look at enough.
That's great. Okay. Absolutely. Okay, so this card contains a question and a statement.
Oh.
The question is, what was the biggest surprise motherhood gave you? And the statement is, I love you. Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel. The biggest surprise or gift?
The biggest surprise that motherhood gave you.
I think the biggest surprise that motherhood gave me, and it's going to be hard for the children to understand this, but I think mothers in the audience must know, and that is the wonder that one feels upon having a child. Somehow I loved sad, silly movies before I had a child, but after that, I mean, I went buckets at Lassie and My Friend Flicker